for nearly the entire time that both of them have been in the district. And over that time, she's been so much more than a service provider and has been a trusted partner, a partner in my children's education, a source of encouragement, and someone who genuinely cared about all of our children's growth and success. And I just want to say to you that you've truly gone above and beyond to try to help all of our students and to make sure that the student body as a whole, even through extracurricular activities and things like that, really thrives. And we thank you for that and wish you the best in the future. On behalf of all of us, thank you. The impact that you've had will last long after you leave. And you're leaving behind some big shoes to fill. That was a bit of a personal note, so let me get back on track here. I also want to acknowledge the resignation of our Director of Special Services. We appreciate her years of service to the district and the work that she's done in supporting our special education programs. We wish her well in the future and thank her for all of her contributions to Hardiston. Turning to those that are staying with us, we reviewed all non-affiliated positions, which are reflected on tonight's agenda. Again, a pretty lengthy list. We also reviewed staffing recommendations for the extended school year, for summer custodial support, and appointments for aides and paraprofessionals for the upcoming school year. We're happy to bring those recommendations forward tonight and ask for a vote on them. Our recommendation is obviously to approve everything. Finally, we continued reviewing policies that were included in a recent policy alert based on some updates to New Jersey law and the administrative code. We finished reviewing a whole bunch of policies. We're gonna hang up. We finished reviewing a bunch of policies that are on tonight's agenda for a first reading. Once these are adopted after a second reading, it will make some of our existing policies moot. So some will be abolished upon a second reading or consolidated. Because of the length of the agenda and the length of the conversations that we've had, there was at least one policy that we weren't able to finish reviewing, so we'll continue that at our next committee meeting, and we'll have at least one additional policy for next month's meeting to present. The meeting was obviously long and involved a number of complex issues, but the committee remained focused on the work and giving every item the attention and consideration that it deserves. That's it.
Thank you, Mrs. Stoll. Is my report now? Yes. Good evening again. Thank you everybody for coming. It's great to see so many students here tonight. If I remember correctly, I think 2 weeks from today is the last day of school, right? Yes, fist pump there, good, good. So that's exciting stuff. We're really happy to have all of you here. I can't wait to hear you speak in a little bit. You guys were hanging in there through those committee reports there. So there's 9 of us that are up here, broken into 3 committees of 3 each. And at the beginning of every board meeting, the committee chairs offer a little bit of insight into what we spoke about last week at our committees. So that's kind of what we've been talking about so far. And there'll be a bunch of reports, but I'm sure the best part of tonight will be what you guys have to say in a little bit. So we are looking forward to that. So. Yes, it is June. It's our last, although we meet during the summer, this is our last academic meeting of the year where we usually have a crowd in place. So we are happy to have everybody present and with us tonight. It's been a very busy spring, as everybody knows, with transition in leadership and passing the budget. And as Ms. Stoll mentioned, worked with negotiations with the teachers. So we've had a lot going on over the past several months. And we're excited that we've arrived here to June. So my report tonight's a little less formal than it's been in prior months. I just wanted to provide a couple updates for everybody. On the superintendent transition. As you all know, last month we approved Ms. Jarlyn Veras as our incoming superintendent. She is currently serving as the superintendent in Frelinghuysen, and now that we've done our part in the process, we really have to wait for the Frelinghuysen board to determine, a release time for her. So I remain in contact, frequent communication with her, as does Ms. Rowland. I think she's coming in, you might mention that report Thursday. She'll be here on Thursday to meet with our staff in both buildings, so we're excited to hear that. And as soon as we know, as soon as she knows from her board that a potential release date, we'll certainly share that with everybody here as we look forward to that transition at some point, hopefully during the summer. Also, I just wanted to update the board members on the changes that were shared this week with our summer meeting dates, to ensure that we're able to have our retreat. July 9th will be our July board meeting with committee dates on the 7th. August 18th will be our August board meeting with committees on the 13th, and Nicole Myers sent us invites for that. And a couple other items you'll see in the agenda tonight too, really for the board. I'm proud of the work that we're doing in connecting our discussions and goals here in Hardiston with some of the things that are happening outside. Last month or over the past several months as we worked through the budget, we talked about the Highlands Act and the resolution there. Tonight you see a resolution that we're going to vote on in a little bit about the rising healthcare costs and how that affects our employees and boards. And we also have there's been communication to us about the New Jersey School of Conservation and some upcoming concerns there. So we've been in dialogue. That information was shared with members of the board. I don't know if anybody's here. There's actually more people here than I thought there was going to be. So somebody did mention that they may be in attendance tonight to speak with us about it, but if not, we'll continue to have that dialogue because we do want to remain aware of some of the things that are happening on the outside. And then lastly, just a message and really congratulations to our students. 2 weeks from today is the last day of school. The cool thing about school is that there's so many cool things about school, but June is synonymous with happiness and school ending, and then September rolls around in a couple months, but we don't need to talk about that yet. But there's a lot of exciting things that happen in June. So to the 8th graders moving on, it's a special time for you. Really savor and enjoy the last 2 weeks of middle school because you don't get these times back. I don't know if there's any 4th graders here, but that's also a big shift going from the elementary school up here to the big school. And most certainly thank you to all of our teachers in the audience tonight. I was just saying to Ms. Rowland and Mr. Demsack, something that shocked me my first couple years teaching. I thought, oh, you get to June, everything slows down, and it's a nice slow roll into the end of the year, and it's as you know, it's exactly the opposite the last couple weeks. So hang tight, we're almost there. Congratulations to everybody out there, and certainly best wishes for a happy, healthy summer ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Superintendent's report for this month. No drills have been conducted yet this month, but we'll report out on that next month. You'll have it in your folder. Other items. Our academic bowl team won first place in the Sussex County Middle School Academic Bowl competition last week. I know we will recognize these wonderful students in just a few minutes. Our 8th grade students participated in their 8th grade dance last Friday. A special thank you to all the parents and staff who helped make it a wonderful night for our students. Student Council hosted a first responder recognition breakfast yesterday, and we had the pleasure of thanking our local first responders for all they do for the community. 7th graders today went on their class trip to the Bronx Zoo. Today also was pre-K field day at the elementary school. And the elementary field day is scheduled for next week, with the middle school field day scheduled on the last day of school. Kindergarten orientation and parent info session takes place this Thursday afternoon. The 4th grade promotion ceremony takes place on June the 18th. The show choir performance takes place this Friday afternoon. I believe it's at 4 o'clock. Roof repairs at the middle school finished up last week, so we're happy to have that done and the dumpster gone. And graduation ceremony will take place on Monday, June 22nd. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Ms. Rowland. Apologies to Dr. Rosen. We skipped the HTA report. Dr. Rosen. I missed the number not being there, so I went storming ahead.
That's my height. All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Jennifer Rosen. I'm the president of the Hardiston Township Education Association. So I'd like to thank the Board of Education for providing the HTA with the opportunity to speak this evening. In August 2025, the board adopted a climate survey policy intended to provide staff, students, and families with an opportunity to share feedback regarding the learning environment within our schools. These surveys are an important tool for gathering information, identifying areas of need, and helping guide future decision-making. The association appreciates that the climate surveys were distributed. We hope that moving forward, this process is completed in a more timely manner, particularly given the importance of obtaining meaningful feedback from staff, students, and families. Such feedback is essential for informing decision-making, identifying concerns, and supporting continuous improvement throughout the district. In addition, our members have raised concerns about the timely completion of required staff evaluations. As we approach the end of the school year, there are reports that some tenured staff members have not yet received all required observations, while summative conferences have already been scheduled. These circumstances create uncertainty and undermine confidence in the evaluation process. Staff members are expected to meet deadlines, fulfill responsibilities, and comply with established procedures, and they reasonably expect the same level of accountability from the administration. More broadly, many staff members continue to express concerns regarding increasing expectations that they perceive as excessive micromanagement. While educators are regularly held accountable for every aspect of their responsibilities, there is a growing perception that administrative responsibilities and district initiatives are not held to the same standard. Accountability should exist at every level of the school system. When board-approved initiatives remain incomplete and required administrative responsibilities are delayed, it sends a concerning message that expectations and accountability are not being applied consistently throughout the district. The association understands the importance of supervision, feedback, and ensuring that staff members are meeting expectations. However, educators must also be trusted and treated as the professionals they are. Accountability is important. However, excessive oversight can undermine professional autonomy, negatively impact morale, and create an environment where staff feel their expertise and professional judgment are not valued. The association would also like to acknowledge Interim Superintendent Monica Rowland for her responsiveness to concerns brought forward by the association during her time in the district. We have appreciated her willingness to listen, engage in meaningful dialogue, and address issues in a timely manner. This level of accessibility and communication has contributed positively to the relationship between the district and its employees. We appreciate the open line of communication that has been established and the opportunity to bring forward concerns with confidence that they will be heard and thoughtfully considered. We also look forward to welcoming Superintendent Jarlin Veras to the Hardiston Township School District and establishing a positive and collaborative working relationship. The association values open communication, mutual respect, and transparency, and we look forward to continuing the productive dialogue that has been fostered this year as we work together to support students, staff, and the broader school community. As we look ahead to the 2026-2027 school year, we expect stronger oversight and follow-through regarding board policies, district initiatives, and administrative responsibilities. We encourage the board to ensure that clear timelines, responsibilities, and expectations are established so that initiatives adopted by the board are implemented in a timely and effective manner. We also expect a continued commitment to accountability regarding school safety throughout the district. Safety must remain a proactive effort, not a reactive one. When concerns are identified, they should be addressed promptly and thoughtfully before they develop into larger issues or crises. Staff, students, and families deserve confidence that safety concerns are being recognized, monitored, and addressed consistently. Maintaining safe learning and working environments must remain one of the district's highest priorities. As the school year comes to a close, we remain committed to supporting our students, our schools, and our community, and we look forward to continuing a productive partnership with the Board of Education and administration. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Ms. O'Mara, Battle of the Hornets.
Thank you, Mr. Drella. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Special thank you to our student presenters tonight. I'm going to keep my part brief so that we could hear from the most important voices that we have. So you would the first one that says 26 for perfect. Then you do the presentation. Excellent. Thanks, guys. So I just want to give you some background information. Our school-wide competition actually was established in January of 2024, but we've certainly made a lot of progress since then. It's really evolved. And so I want to just give you some background information and set the tone for you so that when the students are speaking and digging a little bit deeper, you'll have some more insight into what we're talking about. So originally, it didn't even have a name. It was called the school-wide competition. And my first year here, I started it about halfway through the year. And the goal was to incentivize students, that's much better, to increase engagement, achievement, encourage consistent attendance, and expand community connections. So basically, all-encompassing, right? The goal was to come up with some type of ongoing daily, weekly, monthly thing that was embedded in what we do here at Hardison so that we could kind of hit all of those marks in a very intentional way. The goal was to, again, maximize achievement, so not just instructional time in the classroom, but making sure our students understood that achievement is something that occurs throughout the school day in a variety of ways. I wanted to make sure that the student-centered experiences that we were bringing to them, again, were not just happening in conjunction with the curriculum and things like that. We wanted to expand those experiences. I wanted to make sure that we were enhancing our staff and student collaboration, decreasing any negative behaviors in terms of discipline, and overall just improving our culture and making sure that Hardison Middle School was a place where people all wanted to come and enjoy days together. So in order to do so, we started to talk about how we could create these additional experiences. When we started things off, the staff was integral, right? Because I had to make sure I had a team of people I could rely on, and we had so many volunteers that first year. So many staff members stepped up throughout the process to make sure that they could be involved and understand the goals of the competition. And without the staff, we would not be here tonight. So they've been integral for sure. I also thought it was important to have an established set of school-wide expectations. We'll talk briefly about what we call the habits of a highly successful Hornet, because the entire competition really did stem from those habits. And then ultimately, I also wanted to make sure I was encouraging leadership, both from other staff members and then our students as well. So the entire concept is really just based on positive reinforcement, right? So the first thing we did was we created this list of habits. What are our school-wide expectations? And it was really important to me that the language that we used was not school-specific. All of our habits are reflective of what helpful, kind, positive, encouraging, successful people do in every setting. And so these are things that we try to model for our students. This is language that we use on a daily basis. This is just kind of what we all expect of one another. So that was really the starting point. Was in 2023, we established those expectations. In January of 2024, that's when we kicked off the competition. And again, the goal was to have that be an ongoing opportunity for everybody to collaborate. And the exciting thing is that the entire staff and the entire student body does just that. Everyone from our custodial staff to our secretarial staff to our administrative staff and our entire student population is involved in the competition on a daily basis. Our students are going to spotlight some of those activities and give you more insight into what that looks like. And again, having support of not only the staff but of local community organizations has been very integral to this process as well. And one of the ways that we've continued to reinforce positive behavior is through what we call B-Bucks. So basically, it's our positive reward system. Mrs. Van Gittingen is amazing. She tracks the entire thing. She creates the tickets for us. We have a master spreadsheet. We keep track. We have a lot of data to support everything that we do. She's been a huge team player in that regard. And the students will elaborate a little bit more in a minute. So on the left, these are our habits. And as you know, being prepared, having pride, being a responsible person, showing respect to others, being empowered, staying engaged, holding yourself accountable, and being aware, these are not school-specific habits. These are things, again, that in order to be a successful person and a contributing member to society, this is what that looks like, largely. So these are the things that we continue to reinforce. And we use different strategies and activities that are linked to the Battle of the Hornets in order to do so. So kids, this seems like the boring part, but it is important. So basically in 2023, there were 141 discipline referrals I received. One of the first things I wanted to do was come up with a way to better track discipline. So basically there was a Google form that was created. The Google form is super specific. It would let me know, not only the student and their grade level, but then specifically what the issue was in regard to their behavior. 141 referrals in 23. January of 24 is when the competition started. You could see that next school year, we went from 141 discipline referrals to 19. This year, we have 30 discipline referrals. So it seems like, uh-oh, we're trending in the wrong direction. Not exactly. We do have more discipline referrals, but when you look at the data and dig deeper, the types of behaviors that are now being reported are lower level behaviors. Minor class disruptions, being late to class, things like that. Not the types of behaviors that we were seeing back in 2023. So we're definitely trending in the right direction in terms of minimizing our behavioral referrals and making sure that students are remaining engaged in their classrooms and in all settings. In terms of student achievement, our first year in 2023-2024, we sent home 36 possible retention letters, meaning that either for attendance or academics, or in some cases both, students were possibly going to be retained. Ultimately, 1 student was retained that year, and 4 students attended summer school. 2024-2025, last year, we only sent out 22 retention letters, so obviously that decreased. We retained 0 students last year, and nobody attended summer school. I'm very excited to announce that this year, we only sent home 9 retention letters, and again, that was a combination of attendance, chronic absenteeism, as well as academic possible retention, and 0 students will be held back, and 0 students will be going to summer school this year. Attendance, I know post-COVID, this has been a conversation ongoing throughout the state. A lot of districts were trying to come up with creative ways to increase attendance. So in 2023-2024, again, you can see what our absentee rate was. Looking ahead now to this year, as of today, we are trending in the right direction for sure. So we're going from 5.3 absent rate to 4.5. And so basically, what does this tell me? Well, it tells me that we should keep doing what we're doing. We should keep involving more and more students, and we should keep promoting the Battle of the Hornets. Because again, intentional implementation of ongoing positive things that you're doing in schools that empower children to take the lead, in my opinion, that's a huge game changer, and we've seen it here for sure. It's evidenced by our student achievement data, our behavior data, and our attendance percentages. The most exciting part for me is just it's evidenced by the fact that I have so many students who volunteered to be here tonight. If all 234 of them could be, I would have said, yep, awesome, let's do it. The reason why these particular students are here is because the ongoing statement that I hear from these particular kids is, Miss O'Mara, can I help? Miss O'Mara, what can I do? Miss O'Mara, can I come? Miss O'Mara, Miss O'Mara, Miss O'Mara, and I love that. So that's why these particular students were invited to join me tonight. Again, expectations remain clear and consistent. We try to reward the good stuff. We hold kids accountable when they need to know how to be better. And I'm also excited to say that Mrs. Samaglia has started to adopt a very similar approach at the elementary school. So as of, I believe, around January or so, there's a 4th grade version of the competition now. B-Bucks are being distributed to the 4th graders, so they're being exposed to kind of the expectations that we have here, and now it's a district-wide event. So the students are going to help you understand a little bit more about the categories and just some of the fun stuff that we do. So I am very excited to welcome up my 5th, 6th, and 7th grade presenters. Come on up, guys.
What is it? When is it? Where does it happen? A competition all year long throughout the entire school and within the community.
B-Bucks, behavior, leadership. The main categories are community, achievement, and attendance.
police department helps with a lot of fun activities like basketball, volleyball, and baseball. Assemblies are another time where you can earn points for Battle of the Hornets. Also, Spirit Days are another way to earn V-Bucks.
Achievement is a substantial part of the Battle of the Hornets. Achievements can be calculated by combining the student grades as well as a completion of academic challenges and forms. In a win, students are assigned Google Forms. Whatever grade level gets the most questions correct, that grade earns a point. The form consists of music, sports, math, and fun trivia questions.
Some more achievements are from overall averages of the whole grade. People with failing grades bring down the points of the grade. Even though you might have a lot of failing grades, the better scores people earn make you go up way more than they go down. A part of earning points for the Battle of the Hornets is getting good grades. Getting either high honor roll or honor roll every marking period earns your grade points for the Battle of the Hornets. Attendance is a major portion for the Battle of the Hornets. Having regular attendance not only helps students earn good grades, it encourages students to want to go to school and help their grade level win the contest. Students can earn points by attending special school events and after-school clubs. Some examples include sports events, Gifted and Talented, and Lead from the Front. B-Bucks encourage students to act like a highly successful Hornet. For example, B-Bucks are used as a reward for each and every student's behavior towards our school. As we all know, students our age look forward to earning fun Battle of the Hornet activities. B-Bucks encourage these activities to be an aspect in the Hardiston Middle School. Kindness is a major addition to earning a B-Buck. Even as much as helping someone out with a task or jumping in and helping a teacher out, there are so many different strategies to earn a B-Buck.
V-Bucks are handed out by teachers as a reward to standout students. Teachers compete to see who can hand out the most V-Bucks by the end of the year. Each grade has different colored V-Bucks. 5th grade's blue, 6th grade's yellow, 7th grade's pink, 8th grade's white. Since V-Bucks aren't the only way to earn points, you could be winning in the V-Buck category and still lose the challenge. The scores at the end of the year are all the parts of the Battle of the Hornets added up into who won the overall contest.
In Hardiston Middle School, we have a whole school-wide interactive activity. This is called the Battle of the Hornets. Behavior is a key part of the Battle of the Hornets. In the Battle of the Hornets, points are increased or deducted from a grade level for behavior, including the following: AM or PM detentions, suspensions, or discipline referrals. By the end of school, all of the points for the Battle of the Hornets are added up, and the grade with the most points for all categories combined may choose either to participate in a minors game or design a day with Miss O'Mara. Behavior is a big part of also deciding the winner for the Battle of the Hornets. This is because if your grade is struggling with the Battle of the Hornets, behavior can push your grade limit. Your grade's points could be increased from behavior for the following reasons: people standing out or being leaders, kindness to others, or simply even behaving while a presentation is being demonstrated.
Leadership is a key part of being a highly successful Hornet. Leadership is all about taking charge while still leading by example. This is a key aspect of being a highly successful Hornet. The Hornet spirit is exemplified by the leadership displayed within these walls. It is also a way to earn points for your grade to put towards the Battle of the Hornets. A way leadership can help earn points for your grade is if you volunteer to help plan fun activities for the school. There is a plethora of different ways to show leadership in Hardiston. From my personal experience, a way I have shown leadership is with helping with school activities. For example, I was selected to help out with the Students for Staff basketball game shooting contest by getting rebounds. Hardeston Middle School is the place to show leadership no matter the circumstances.
Now to our 8th grade team leaders. We'll provide information and speak about their leadership experiences.
Great job.
Battle of the Hornets by Courtney McGarrow and her 8th grade team leaders, Alexa Fleming, Chloe Clapp, Charlie McClinton, Kayla Stanton, Mackenzie Herman, and Tempe Bowden. Here's some background information.
Hi, my name is Courtney McGarrow. The reason I started this entire team is because of a discussion about leadership Miss O'Mara had with the 8th graders. This really showed me that it was time to take a stand and show the leadership I could offer. That's when I reached out to Miss O'Mara and asked how I could help. Then we planned how me and the soon-to-be team leaders could plan activities such as games during WIN and games during assemblies. These team leaders consist of Alexa Fleming, Chloe Clapp, Charlie McClinton, Kayla Stanton, Mackenzie Herman, and Temperance Bowden. Overall, I wish I made this decision sooner. Becoming a team leader and having such an amazing team by my side was one of the best decisions I made at Hardeston as a whole.
Games that we provide. Our team provides ways to earn more points by participating in games we host every Thursday during each grade's lunch periods. When the students are done eating, they are able to come into the gym or go outside and participate in an activity we planned. We've done games like volleyball, castle ball, wiffle ball, kickball, keep it up, and basketball. Whichever grade wins the game in their lunch period gets more points for their grade level.
Assemblies. Our team plays an important role in making assemblies fun, interactive, and meaningful for all students. We help organize and lead engaging activities before the assembly to build excitement and encourage participation. During the assembly, we continue to involve students through games, challenges, and other interactive challenges that keep everyone focused and engaged. After the assembly, we provide additional activities and follow-up opportunities that allow students to earn points for their grade. To recognize and reward student involvement, we give out V-Bucks to those who actively participate and demonstrate positive behavior. Through these efforts, our team helps create assemblies that are enjoyable, educational, and rewarding for everyone.
How we plan. Every Wednesday, we all meet at 8th period to discuss what we're going to do with each grade level. Sometimes it takes longer than 8th period to discuss because we all want to make sure it's game ready. We try and all think of games that we have played in gym, or we make up a new game for the grades. Once we have our idea, we later talk to our gym teachers and ask for supplies we need to set up the game. The next day, during our free period, we go to the gym, grab everything we need for the game, and set it up. As soon as we're set up, we have all the kids come in after their lunch, we all contribute to explaining the game, and then get ready to play.
However, work relates to the Battle of the Hornets. Our team's leadership directly affects the Battle of the Hornets competition. Each week, our challenges put competing grades up against each other. These games provide opportunities for grades to earn points based on their participation and performance. These points are added to the winning grade score, therefore directly affecting the competition's results. By organizing events that encourage students to help out and get involved, students are more a part of the Battle of the Hornets competition. In conclusion, being a team leader has
taught us so much more about teamwork, responsibility, taking action, and so many more life lessons we will take with us to high school. All the games and assemblies have brought us nothing but joy. Seeing the kids use teamwork and dedication throughout every team challenge truly showed. That is the real goal, to improve all life skills through fun and interactive games and challenges. We would also like to thank Ms. O'Mara and the entire staff for all they have done with us to get us here today. Thank you so much for letting us take some of your time to share our story. Now Lucas, Chase, and Nate will be sharing some of their experiences with the Battle of the Hornets this year as well.
The Battle of the Hornets and leadership are two things that are very close together. For me, the Battle of the Hornets was a good way that I could improve and refine my leadership skills. Also, it helped me to be able to encourage the future leaders of our schools in the younger grades so that they could also be successful leaders when they were in 8th grade or even in their current grade now. The Battle of the Hornets brought the school together towards a common goal of improvement in attendance and behavior, as well as a strengthening of the school spirit, which is not something that is common in most schools. Also, it encouraged the leadership in all of the people that you see here today that are speaking. One of those people that was made a leader by the Battle of the Hornets is Nate McCall.
Battle of the Hornets was nothing but fun for everyone that participated, that were leadership roles or staff that helped set up events and activities. It was a way to bring all the grades together to one competition and let them compete and see who got on top. It was a way to teach leadership, teamwork, and just have fun in school when we were always learning and teaching. And it's just a way to take a break from all the normal day stuff. It was set up when I was in 6th grade. It started with Miss O'Mara, and when it started, I didn't really know how to think of it. It was a new thing, and honestly, it was something that I really wasn't interested in at the time. But as time moved on, I started growing, and I took a role in leadership and helped set up activities with Lucas Seisler, and we ran events like the student versus staff basketball game, and helped set up things that created what we have today. And everyone that stands before you tonight has tried their best to make Battle of the Hornets as fun as possible for everyone involved and for all the students. Like Chase here.
I have been able to see how much the Battle of the Hornets competition has grown over the years. Like Nate said, I was in 6th grade when this started, but over the years it has evolved and also made more people more mature. And from my experience, I've been able to become a better listener and overall person from it. I've also seen how much motivation the school has for this competition and how the leaders that we have, like the 8th graders here today. And it's not just about leaders entirely itself. It helps less socialized kids open up and meet new people. And some of these challenges help get these kids out of their comfort zone. And we have many leaders like Christian in 6th grade who started his own kindness club a year ago. And it has gained so much popularity. And I just think this competition has made this environment a more inclusive and encouraging place. And the new kids that come here next year can learn from everyone else.
Awesome job, everybody. Very incredible. And 8th grade, we have a little surprise for you that the other team leaders are going to help give out. So you have officially earned a team shirt. So thank you for being a part of our team. We couldn't do it without you. And thank you all for your time and attention.
So last week, Meg was just sharing with me a little bit more about this competition that she put together, and the more information she showed me, and then she starts pulling out spreadsheets and tallies and talking about all the different pieces of the kids' lives that this touches, from the attendance to the behavior to kindness, to leadership. I said, please come and present this so everybody can hear the good things that are going on firsthand. And she said, I'll only do it if I can bring kids. And look at the showing that came from these kids. And honestly, I think that adults can learn from you guys. I am so impressed with your poise, your leadership, your level of enthusiasm and positivity, and that really should be our focus. And thank you so much for being just exemplary role models.
And I just want to thank both of you too. We've talked for many years about inviting different speakers from the school, different staff members, different students to come up and present to us. And what you guys did tonight was remarkable, the courage to stand up and do that, and the positive tone that Ms. O'Mara, you clearly set, and the remarkable job you guys did. And I don't want to go crazy here because I know some of you are just graduating 8th grade, but a student at work today was telling me about the college applicant. Yeah, a little crazy because you're still in middle school, but they're talking about applying to college, and they said, what colleges are looking for now is for students to tell a story or talk about an experience or share with somebody what they've done. And the fact for you at such a young age to put a program like this together under the leadership of Ms. O'Mara and your teachers, and to organize it in such a professional way to present it to us tonight, you're starting your story at a really young age. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
I just wanted to say that I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you that just stood up and spoke. I overheard some of you guys saying out in the hallway how scary this was and that you were scared. And to every one of you who either said it out loud or thought it in your head, that was so incredibly brave of you. Public speaking is a very scary thing for adults, and every one of you just did it beautifully. So I think you should all feel extremely proud of yourself for what you're doing with the Battle of the Hornets in school, but especially for just standing up here right now and speaking up. Good job, guys.
And it looks like we have some champions in the house too. So who's coming up for that? Mr. Demeter. And team. All right, great.
I've already met Gavin, Lucas, and Josh, and Nathan. And after seeing the 8th graders present, it's no doubt that we have a very gifted 8th grade class. These students actually participated, I guess, 3 years ago in the last academic poll, and they were the lower grade. They weren't our 8th grade team, which is a shame because maybe then we wouldn't have lost that academic trophy for so many years. But this year, I believe Lucas reached out to Mrs. Rosendale and begged for us to have a team. And Mrs. Rosendale approached me if we could come up with a club idea. And then, sure enough, Mrs. O'Mara sent out an email asking for a club. And these guys were very happy. Came, I guess, February, we started practicing. We went up to Walk Hill. We showed Walk Hill that these guys really knew what they were doing. Came back and they said, well, let's do it again in June, and this time let's bring Sparta back and show them that we want our trophy back. And sure enough, through some nail-biting situations last week, they got it. I don't know how they know what you know. I honestly watched them answer questions that I was like, no way anyone knows that answers. And Nate, you came up with some crazy answers. I mean, all of you did. The math that you were able to do, and Josh, Lucas, all of you, just, I tell you, just standing up and now I'm stunned that it was great. They sat there against Sparta, and we were losing by a lot. Thank you. And then all of a sudden, in the last 12 questions, they banged out, and we were done, and we won. So, I present to you your champion, Sussex County champion. She actually created the shirts, our lanyards. She also provided us with trophies for first place to fourth place, and all the trophies for the people on the teams and ribbons. So I appreciate the time and effort that Mrs. Rosendale has put into this, not just this year, but for the years that she had put into it prior to her retirement to ensure that our students knew what an academic goal was, how to approach it professionally, how to represent Hardiston no matter where they go. And we had a bunch of 8th grade students who spent the day with us, shadowed, and were excellent hosts. And like I said, they're the best. Congratulations, guys.
If I could indulge you for just a quick moment, I do want to thank Mr. Demeter for allowing me to badger him into doing this, because again, and I was very glad to be here tonight because some of the inroads that Ms. O'Mara has made, especially with the Hornet program, I have to say, I hope it leads back to the excellence and the standards and the tradition of our educational program here. As I was going through a lot of my old archives of things the past year, I came across a list from 2002 that showed that we had 9 individual 8th grade groupings, 5 each on each of the 9. It's 40 students, or 45, excuse me, I blanked, it's not math, which was, I want to say 3/4 of the 8th grade that year, all vying to be the school representative for the County Academic Bowl, which used to be hosted by Reverend Brown School back in 2002. And I think somewhere along the years, I remember seeing some names that might be sitting up here on the board on some of those lists. Maybe 1 or 2 names that cropped up. From that many, I have to say, even in 2019, we still had 40, 45 students, all trying to be a part of the team. Wasn't a part of the G&T program, it was just, hey, you want to come try this, come out and give it a shot. And we used to have 2 teams representing. And then, of course, it would be a whole sad 2 years. But this year we had 5 members who started us off back in February. I do want to point out Chase. He was also with the team when we went to Walk Hill, where the boys all won. Chase was a part of that, but due to some other commitments, he couldn't make it for our June team. But I do hope that this is a program that both you will support and our district administration will support. The advisors from the other teams are looking forward to information. And I'm here. I will always be on hand to help with this program because it is my pleasure and my privilege to contribute what I can because I am a staunch supporter of quality education. Just as I said last year, a little over a year ago, when I said thank you and good night. But again, these guys deserve all the credit. They're the ones that put themselves out there. So again, they have a good track record going to Walk Hill. Mr. Colarusso runs the program up there. Can't wait to get his hands on these guys in the program because the Walk Hill program is also very successful. And a good majority of the students on that team are also from Hardiston. So we have a great tradition. And I want to thank you. Thank you for the indulgence.
Congratulations again, everybody. That truly is what it's all about. Moving on to the next phase of tonight's program, I would like to open the floor up to public comment on agenda items only. And if I'm seeing none, this is always an awkward point of the evening, but as much as we'd like everybody to stay, you are certainly welcome to leave if your portion of the evening is over.
And I just want to real quick say thank you to Courtney for coming here on her birthday. And we're just going to sing her happy birthday real quick. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Gavin.
I don't leave, I live here. Just remember.
All right, we will move forward. Mr. Ryan is trying to join us, so he's going to hop in a second. Old business, like to make a motion to adopt old business OB1 through, only OB1. Can I get a second, please?
Second. Just want to clarify, it's a Thursday?
Yes.
And then the committee meetings are on
Tuesday. Yep, the week before is the holiday week, and we were trying, because it's going to be the regular meeting and the retreat, we're trying to coordinate it with Ms. Hellowa's schedule, that she could be available. Yep.
So Jarlin's going to be able to
Yep.
start, this is going to be, okay.
Yep. Yep.
So 14th is camp, yeah, 14th.
14th is canceled. It'll be the 7th and the 9th, and then the 13th and 18th of August. So Nicole put that all on our calendars. Any other questions about the calendar? Okay. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Carey? Yes. Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. Drellick?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Ms. Kalzak?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucarelli is absent. Ms. Murata?
Yes.
Mr. Ryan Lee will be joining us, and Ms. Stoll?
Yes.
Okay. We will not have first executive. All right, new business. I'd like to make a motion to adopt new NB1. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
So we discussed this last week in our committee meetings, as everybody knows, and was,
This was in reference to Mr. Hoffman gave his report to us last month, and gave us the second, I guess we discussed it in committee. Just another example of actionable steps in order to ask encouragement from the governmental officials down in Trenton. One thing I ask if it's approved, that we send it to our township officials, as their rep came here and asked how can we collaborate on this issue. So perhaps they could join us in passing a similar motion as we are about to do tonight, to put our actions forward.
I want to mention too that NJASA reached out and let us know that legislation has just been proposed surrounding this. I do not have the specifics, has not been posted online yet, but I will share it out as soon as we get the information.
I didn't hear anything about it too.
I was at Roundtable today, and she reached out during that time and said that she doesn't even have the, hasn't been posted, but she'll send it to us as soon as we get it.
That's awesome.
and Ms. Murata, I believe you said you were going to bring this forward too after it passes too?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Tomorrow.
Just give me 1 second, make sure Mr. Riley can hop in. Ed, are you with us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Hey, Eddie.
Hi, Ed.
Hello.
Okay, any further discussion or questions about NB1? All right, can I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Carey? Yes. Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. Drellick?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Ms. Kalzak?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucarelli? Ms. Murata?
Yes.
Mr. Ryan Lee?
Yeah.
Ms. Stoll?
Yes.
Thank you.
I would like to bring something forward as new business too. It's limited to process and oversight issues. Mr. President, as the elected board member of education, I have both the right and responsibility to explain my votes on the public agenda items and to raise legitimate concerns about board governance transparency, and fiscal oversight. I will therefore place the following statement on the record. While filling in for Dana last week, Personnel Committee meeting, I first learned key compensation parameters that are part of tonight's consent agenda. As a full board member serving on another committee, I was never informed of these parameters beforehand, only last week on Thursday. I also learned that these same parameters were embedded in the budget documents prior to our tax levy vote last month, yet they were never shared with the full board. I have the following questions for the board president, superintendent, and I know you're brand new, and business administrator. When, how, and by whom were these compensation parameters developed? Why was the full board never consulted or asked to approve these parameters before they were built into the budget and personnel recommendations? Why were these parameters never disclosed to the full board prior to the budget vote? In the past, we had these discussions in the executive meetings. I also wanted to note that specific compensation parameters are not clearly shown on the public agenda or in any of the materials provided to the board. I previously asked to have these clearly displayed so every board member knows exactly what we are voting on. Once again, moving forward, I request that future personnel consent agendas include the key compensation parameters in writing, so we are not asked to vote blindly and can exercise proper informed oversight. For example, I had to go to last year's agendas to find what it was, to this year's agenda, what it is, and do my own homework on the subject, and that should be eliminated. I think it would make our lives a lot easier as board members to actually be able to know what we're voting on. Thank you. Does anybody have any comments?
And new hires are listed on the agenda. That's a negotiated agreement. We do designate transfers over from like a further negotiated agreement from one person to another. I don't know when the actual committee meetings were actually posted to the drive and shared out. So I wasn't at the committee meeting due to an obligation that I had to attend to on Thursday. So I wasn't there. But I know that the superintendent does share it out, so it's not you show up at the meeting, but we also are a board by committee by design, and by nature that personnel committee reviews motions and agendas just like the curriculum committee does, and about their actions and those things, and the finance committee does as well. So I can speak to that piece. The regards to the, I saw an email that I think you forwarded to me that you sent to Brian in regards to the numbers and the percentages and such. I think the only thing I'll say is in part of budgeting, and I can't speak to the HTA because I'm not part of that process, of course, but you have to budget a number to plan for it. Doesn't mean said number is what is proposed. When you create a budget, that is always done prior, as you know, you've been on the board for many years, is always done before the actual budget passes, right? So the budget passes before we approve percentage increases. So you always have to plan ahead of time for it. So I think that addresses your question, was like how is this on there and how are these numbers in the budget?
Right, but it still doesn't answer the specifics, like the percentages. I don't even know if anybody actually knows them, what they are at this point.
It's on the recommendation of the superintendent, just it's not if there's an HTA agreement for HTEA employees, but non-contractual employees, there's no union. So that's how it works. If they're negotiated, that's presented to us, and that's been the practice since I've been on board. It's the practice of any union bargaining board.
Right, but before we actually were aware of these numbers, what these percentages were. This time we weren't on.
When you were on the committee last year, and I can speak to this, sorry to interrupt, I'll just clarify. When I wasn't on the personnel committee, I didn't find out what the percentages were until I showed up to a board meeting too. but I wasn't on the committee. Because when you're not on that committee, you trust the people on that committee to do it, as we are board of committee. So I can speak to last year, when I was removed from that, wasn't on it, it was the same process.
Right, and wouldn't that be easier if we actually had those numbers, I mean, to what it is?
You could include from prior year to year, that doesn't mean anything. So like they're approving this person whose salary was this number to this number. I've seen that on board agendas before. I have not, that's like for the non.
It's all public, it's out
You
there.
haven't?
Just why do we have to go through all the rigmarole to actually look for it ourselves?
Yeah.
But go ahead, Cal.
The only thing I would say, and I don't really want to belabor any points, or I don't necessarily think that this should be the subject of a robust discussion or answering questions or anything to that point. I just want to kind of put my own statement on the record to the extent that I was at those committee meetings last week. I don't think we're coming into anything blind. I think that legitimate disagreement and discourse is healthy, it is critical, it is important to making informed decisions, and I will always welcome that. And as far as disagreement goes, everybody is entitled to their vote, and I trust vote to their conscience. But to allow it to be framed as a questioning of the superintendent or the BA or the board president, or to be framed as a lack of print transparency, I do think is not an accurate reflection of what happened in committee meetings. We were working off of spreadsheets that did reflect every number, percentages for a 5-year history. So I don't think that anybody is coming into this blind, and I don't think that numbers were hidden from us or anything of the sort. So I just want to make sure that I make it clear that from my perspective and my memory, and being present at those same meetings, which I understand Mr. Demsack was not present at, I just want to make it clear that I don't think it's appropriate to suggest that anything was hidden or not transparent.
Yes, it was part of the personnel committee, which I filled in for Dana that day, but it was not part of the curriculum, and it wasn't part of finance, and I'm sure other people don't even know about it. So I think that we should have the knowledge as a board. We should all have that transparency of these numbers.
I mean,
Okay.
can I just say something real quick? I missed the Thursday committee meeting. I had heard filled in for me because I was on a field trip at Legoland. But was that the only time those numbers were given? Because I don't remember ever seeing those numbers. Was it just at that Thursday meeting that I wasn't there? Because before that, I don't remember ever getting that number to know about it.
The recommendation for the increases for the non-affiliates is made by the superintendent, and that's where the numbers came from.
I know, but was that in our personnel committee, like before Thursday?
It was discussed in the personnel committee on Thursday.
Oh, on Thursday, okay.
But as Nick noted before, and as has been the case throughout my time on the board as well, we are a board of committees. So, not to work through all the different scenarios in the past, but the personnel committee makes decisions on personnel items, and then where are you, Ed?
I can't hear you. Now I can. Now I'm good. Now I can hear you.
You missed
Kid.
everything.
There's a lot of traffic in your background.
Oh, mute me then. Yeah, mute me. But okay. You want me to mute me, maybe?
Yeah, you mute yourself.
Getting back to what I was saying, though, I just, like I've asked before, I just asked that we try to trust each other and trust that the committee structure works and trust what's going on in the committees and hear the reports that the committee chairs share out, and not to transparency and disagreement are two different things. So yes, it's a constant effort to have transparency. If disagreement comes, then disagreement comes, but there are things stated in this that are just factually not correct, but I don't feel it's appropriate or necessary to go line by line when many of the questions that are asked here we know answers to already. So.
And the other thing I just want to add quickly, just to kind of put on the record, is, because I think it goes to that point, is that we did all receive a memo in detail from the superintendent on the topic that I'm trying not to belabor and not doing a very good job of. But we did all receive information and a memo via email on this topic with numbers. The fact that a conversation in committee veers a certain way and we get more into the weeds, I think is appropriate and is the way that a committee is designed to work and why we have this healthy and robust discourse and conversation in committee, and that's why our meeting lasted 2.5 hours. So that is the outcome. It is completely appropriate. And quite candidly, I think the way things should work, and I'm happy to be a part of that process.
Right, I just want to add one more thing. I mean, we are actually looking at policies in a different way. We have policies that we have first reading and we take a month to actually, make comments on, then we have a second reading. In this case, you can't pick and choose what's transparent and what's actually dedicated to the group of individuals and what's not. So this is a perfect example of policies are being approved for 2 months, and we get to see it, we get to comment on it, we get to give everybody a feedback. And this should be done with these parameters as well. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else.
I'm okay with that, and it's but we just followed the same practices last year when you were the personnel chair too. So nothing has changed.
Right, but we don't have to go back to the
previous. But you're saying that we're not doing something different this time, but it was the same thing as last time when you were the personnel chair.
Right, but you
so
didn't
if we want to do something different,
if
you want to do something different, we're going to agree that it's going to be different than when you were in charge, and then when it's now. And that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
But
yes.
this is not something new. The process of finding out what the percentages are for the non-union contracts, Donna, is given at the personnel committee the night it's discussed, like it's been done for the last 12 years that we've been on the board.
It was 4 days ago, and we didn't get today's agenda until 11 a.m.
But it was that is a different. That wasn't posted. We got the agenda, but it wasn't posted online until 11 a.m.
No, we didn't.
That's a different issue.
It wasn't posted online, and it wasn't.
But knowing what the numbers were is the same. So I just want to say, if we're going to call a spade, fantastic. For next year, whoever's on the board, you can explore that.
Right.
And because it's I'm just frustrated with the aspect of
The personnel committee didn't have the numbers. If you look at the personnel
it's the
minutes,
same process
there
as
was
last
actually
year.
blank. There was
we
no
followed
numbers.
the same process that was followed last year
Okay,
and was
fine.
followed the year before when I was the chair.
Right.
So it's the same. So I agree. If you want to change it, I'm all for it. But let's call a spade a spade. It's the same thing we've been doing for the last 12 years. And you were in charge last year. So that's all I'm going to say. But I'm okay with it. Change it for next year, whoever's in charge. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Other questions or comments? Okay, thank you. Moving on to approving the meeting minutes from May 12th. Make a motion to adopt that. Can I get a second, please?
So moved.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Carey? Yes. Mr. Dempsack?
Yes.
Mr. Drellick?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Ms. Calzad?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucarelli? Ms. Murata?
Yes.
Mr. Ryan Lee?
Oh, and you can unmute yourself.
And unmute yourself.
Can he hear us?
You should be. Ed?
Tell him to keep himself unmuted now.
He said he can't hear.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And Ms. Stoll? Thank you.
I couldn't find the button, I'm sorry.
Does he provide levity or what?
We appreciate you, Ed.
Okay, report, Ms. Rowland.
Hi, last month we had an executive session. We talked about a HIP, and I explained that it was deemed to be a confirmed HIP, so we were just approving that tonight.
Okay, thank you. I can make a motion to adopt that. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Thank you.
No updates or anything other than what we discussed?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mrs. Carey? Yes. Mr. Dempsack?
Yes.
Mr. Drellick?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Ms. Calzad?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucarelli? Ms. Murata?
Yes.
Mr. Ryan Lee?
Yes.
Ms. Stoll?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Finance, Mr. Hoffman.
Could I have a motion? I'm making a motion to approve F1 through F11. Could I have a second?
Second.
Just hold on.
What? There's only,
Yep,
there's
up to page,
F9 is the,
19.
F9 is the lot, then the other one is.
Oh, F5.
F5 is 1 through 6.
Gotcha. That's right. Thank you.
So we're going on to page 19 for the,
Sorry, that's all my.
the reorg.
I had a question about a physician that's still being employed on the agenda this year and last year.
Which number are you
I
referencing?
saw it.
The physician?
Physician.
What's that?
That's the school physician that
I know,
signs off.
Where's that? I'm sorry. I know what a physician is.
I'm sorry, 25.
25.
We have to have a school.
Donna, what number are you referring to?
It's probably in 1 through
It's
5th
page
grade.
9 of 28, the bottom paragraph.
25,
Nope.
page
Yes.
9.
By law, we need to have a school position.
Is this the same position as last year?
Yes.
I'm just like, okay.
It's the same
Is
doctor.
this for vaccines or what is it actually for? We have nurses.
It's for physicals.
You want to speak to this, Joe?
Physicals.
Yeah, I will. This has nothing to do with vaccines. This is our school physicians when students have medical reports or medical issues, or they supervise the nurse doing their job. If we send students out for health exams or drug tests or things like that, not that we do, well, thankfully. But if we have to do anything like that, the law requires that we have a school physician to give orders, medical orders to the nurses and things like that. So that's what this is. This has nothing to do with anything specific.
Okay, thank you.
It's also someone that we would review if there was a question or concern about, like a note from somebody else's physician.
Yeah.
We sent correspondence to this physician to verify and
Yeah.
confirm and such.
They review the notes, they talk to the doctor, student physicals, things like that.
Does he actually come to school? I mean, I've never met him before.
No, not typically.
Probably sent to him, right?
Yeah, the physicals would be sent to them after they're collected from the nurses, high school physicals. And then if you had a student who, for instance, they were asking for a medical accommodation for something, then that doctor might review whatever the parents provided just to advise what we needed.
It's like a general practitioner for the district.
Great, thank you.
Mrs. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. Jolly?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Ms. Kelza?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucarelli? Ms. Milata?
Yes.
Mr. Riley?
Yes.
Ms. Stoll?
Yes.
Thank you.
FO?
Yep.
Well, I can make a motion to approve FO1. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion?
Sue, these are these all of our transportation contract, not special transit, are they on here too, like special?
No, just the.
It's regular routes?
Yes.
Any more discussion? Please call it.
Mrs. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. Jolly?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Ms. Kelza?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucarelli? Ms. Milata?
Yes.
Mr. Riley?
Yes.
Ms. Stoll?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ms. Carey, curriculum and programs, please.
Motion to approve CP1 to CP5. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Roll call?
Mrs. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. Jolly?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Ms. Kelza?
Yes.
Ms. Lucarelli? Ms. Milata?
Yes.
Mr. Riley?
Yes.
And Ms. Stoll?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ms. Stoll, personnel? Or Mr. Dempsey, sorry.
You can do it, Kelly. Take the honors, you ran the meeting.
Run with it, run right up to the committee report.
I give one
Run with
report,
it.
now I gotta make the motion.
There you go.
I defer to you, you're in charge from now on.
I move, motion to approve P1 through P8.
Second.
Ron, second, Ron, okay.
I'd like to make a comment.
Yeah, actually. What? It's just P1 through P8.
Probably
right?
8, yep.
No, I don't know.
I have a comment.
I also have a comment.
I will vote yes on the personnel consent agenda for the exception for P1. For several years, the board has received concerns regarding staff retention and school climate at the elementary school, including elevated teacher turnover.
I'm sorry to interrupt, I just want us to be careful that we're not supposed to talk about staff member performance in public. So if that's where you're going, just be careful to honor
I
that.
only have a couple more sentences.
Like ordering it.
The board approved the third-party climate survey, which is currently being administered. Given these ongoing climate being administered, I believe that they should be addressed before approving additional compensation for this position. Therefore, I will vote no for P1 at this time.
I just wanted to make a statement too, for this vote tonight. At this time, I cannot support moving forward with P1, given the numerous concerns expressed by teachers and staff.
Again, I'm going to say the same thing, Dana, just so you know.
I know.
And I have it here.
I know.
That we're not supposed to talk about performance of anybody in public. So I just want to caution you, be careful.
Okay.
That's all.
I am concerned that even considering this proposal now sends a wrong message to our school community, and I believe a yes vote would undermine the trust of our district teachers and administrators. Thank you.
Just want to clarify that my vote has to be abstention due to contract negotiations. That is the reason and the only reason for my abstention from that vote.
And also, to clarify for the record, the survey that's sent out is a district survey. It's not reflective of any individual or school. So any misinterpretation that that survey is related to any particular, it's a district-wide survey that was sent to everybody. Any further questions, discussion?
No,
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Carey,
No for P1, yes for everything else.
Mr. Dempsey,
I have to abstain on P1 and I will vote yes to the rest.
thank you. Mr. Drellick,
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman,
Yes.
Ms. Calzak,
No for P1, yes for everything else.
thank you. Mrs. Lucarelli, Ms. Murata,
Yes.
Mr. Riley,
Yes.
and Ms. Stoll,
Yes.
thank you.
Motion to approve, I think we may have a typo. I think it should be P9 through P19 instead of P10 through P19.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
say
Yeah, so motion to approve P9 through 19.
as amended by Ms. Rowland. So she just, you're good, just saying.
Yeah.
I'll second it
With
as
the,
amended.
yes.
She announced it before that, so.
I do want to make a comment in regards to P18. I'm going to accept this with regret. Ms. Caitlin, thank you. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Roll call.
Mrs. Carey,
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey,
Yes.
Mr. Drellick,
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman,
Yes.
Ms. Calzak,
Yes.
Mrs. Lucarelli, Ms. Murata,
Yes.
Mr. Riley,
Yes.
Ms. Stoll,
Yes.
thank you.
Motion to approve, sorry, I lost my place, POL1, actually, just POL1, first reading of the list of policies.
I'll second it. Kelly, which one was table?
It's not on here.
I know. But I'm just asking.
2260?
That was the equity?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, those discussions are ongoing, so we'll continue that
Yeah, that's
next
fine.
month. Yeah.
Mrs. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. Drellick?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Ms. Calza?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucarelli? Ms. Murata?
Yes.
Mr. Riley?
Yes.
Ms. Stoll?
Yes.
Thank you.
Looks like we have some written communication. Written communication from,
We had an email from, about the academic goal, and then I did not see a thank you letter from, what was that one for? The Lego? The Lego, yeah. That must have gone straight to Nicole.
Yes.
so somebody had a good day at Legoland? All right, it's good.
It should be in your.
Okay. All right, excellent. Okay. Moving on to public comment on agenda or non-agenda items at this time. Please state your name and address when you come up to the mic. Thank you.
Good evening, Rob Washer. I'm at 1 Shoulder Terrace in Hardison. I'd just like to address the board on an issue that I just learned about recently. My daughter is in a special education program here in Hardison in the elementary school, and her nurse was cut for the 2026-2027 school year. She's had a nurse since she's been full-time at Hardison. She requires a nurse to be with her while she's at school to be fed. The answers that I'm getting from the administration of the school is that the school nurse is now going to be administering my daughter's tube feeds. I know some of you can relate to what I'm standing up here talking about. It's pretty disturbing that a position of $30,000 a year was cut to take care of a child that requires that type of attention. I'm pretty much at a loss for words and disgusted. We were not notified. We heard through the grapevine that our nursing was cut, and when I approached the school, they decided that, okay, yeah, we'll now give you the information that your daughter's not going to be cared for by nursing in the 2026-2027 school year. Furthermore, her specialist, not just a regular doctor, a specialist that's followed my daughter since birth, has written an order for the school to have one-on-one nursing, which he has had since her start in kindergarten. Again, the answer from the school, especially the administration in the elementary school, is that the school nurse will take care of my daughter. I don't know how many of you spend time in the school. The school nurse does not have time to take care of individual children throughout the day, especially not in the classroom setting. So essentially, my daughter, who is special needs to begin with, would have to be pulled out of the classroom setting and fed in the nurse's office for about 2 hours a day. When we're trying to build education here in Hardison, and I think we have a great program. I'm pretty proud to be a member of this community. I'm pretty disappointed that that's the answer that I'm getting. I'm actually disgusted that's the answer that the school is giving me. I really think that something needs to be done, needs to be looked into, but for the answer to be that the school nurse is going to be taking care of my child, and there's no ill regard to the school nurse. I know she's perfectly capable of taking care of my daughter. She's just not available. The time does not allow for the school nurse to tend to one child for 2 hours a day. So I would love for the board to re-look at this issue, come up with some sort of resolution before we explore different options. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments?
Hi, Jennifer Rosen. I'm the president of the HTA, but I'm also the school psychologist in the district. I know one thing was mentioned earlier about like medical reforms in the state, so I actually was at a meeting tonight. Believe it or not, there is information out there already. The Sussex County Education Association had a rep council meeting and they talked about it this evening. And then we also received an email, so I could always share that with Monica, just to give her some information on what I have. It's not much, but I wanted to share something else as my role on the child study team. I would like to take a moment this evening to express how saddened I am to hear that Caitlin Carrigan will be leaving our district as occupational therapist. Having worked in district, I've been here 20 years on the child study team. I can confidently say that Caitlin is one of the most knowledgeable, dedicated, and caring occupational therapists that we've had. Sorry, it's very sad for me, and she knows. Throughout her time here, she has made a meaningful difference in the lives of countless students, helping them achieve significant progress and reach important milestones. Her compassion, expertise, and commitment to our students and families has truly been exceptional. She will be greatly missed by her colleagues and the students she has supported over the years. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors. Sorry, we're very sad as a team. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. Lost my spot here. Okay, we are having executive session tonight, so I'd like to make a motion in a second, please.
So moved.
To move to executive session at 8:35 for negotiations. No action will be taken afterwards. Give us 20, 25 minutes or so, and we should be back, but no action will be taken afterwards. Everybody in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Okay. All right, make a motion to return to public session at 9:07. Can I get a second? Thank you. Everybody in favor? All right, very good, thank you. Thank you, Joe.